Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'm your host, John Henson, and this week wanted to kind of go in a different direction. It's not really a marketing related topic. It's not even really a business development related topic. But I've had some conversations with attorneys over the last couple of weeks, and there's been a theme that has been popping up. And that is that the fear of the unknown is really holding a lot of people back. And it doesn't just have to be for lawyers. It can be literally anyone, whether you're a business owner or your in-house staff, whatever it is you're doing. I've even kind of seen it pop up in my own life where you feel like you're kind of at this crossroads. You feel like you should probably be making some sort of change, whatever the case is. You're explore a new opportunity, whatever it is. But there's just all of this uncertainty, all of this, just this new world that seems very intimidating and unknown, and it holds a lot of people back from taking that next step. And, we see a lot of it going on in the world today. We're not going to get into current events, but you can probably kind of surmise what I'm talking about, where there's just a lot of uncertainty. People just don't know. And a lot of times they don't know what they don't know, which then can be even more frustrating. And the problem, I think, is that we just kind of get into this habit of waiting around for the answer to show up rather than going out and finding it. And so what I mean by that is, whether you're in a position right now where maybe you're in a big law firm and you want to go out and start your own firm. Maybe you are looking to just change careers. Maybe you're looking to potentially hire some staff and try to figure out how to just delegate some of the busy work that distracts you from doing what your actual job is, whatever the case is. Just take some time to educate yourself, do a little bit of research, learn about what options are out there, talk to people who have either been in your shoes and taken the leap or who, provide a solution to what you're talking about. Just talk to them. A good and understanding person or vendor or whatever the case is will understand that you're still just kind of in that information gathering phase, that you're just trying to figure out what is out there. All right. Because no one single individual is going to have all of the answers to everything. Instead, I think it's really important to understand your own limitations, understand where you don't necessarily know everything that maybe someone else knows about a particular area, and go seek those people out. Get that information from people and really dive into what your problem is, what can be the solution to that problem, and then just figure out what your options are. Because I see this a lot in my own personal life, honestly. As an example, I am very, very, very fiscally conservative, very, very frugal, however you want to frame that. And a lot of times I tend to freak out when a big unexpected expense happens. Maybe something big in the house breaks, and now all of a sudden I have several $100s. Recently, the fence in my backyard just kind of collapsed. We had a lot of rain, the wood, just kind of dry rotted out, and the fence collapsed. And that's easily several hundred, maybe even more than $1,000 to fix. And at the same time, I've got all of these other expenses that I've got going on, and I freaked out. And I just took it at face value, there's this huge pit of money. Where am I going to get this money from? But once I looked at my finances, and granted, I'm okay, but I'm not vastly rich and I've got a ton of money to throw around by any means. But once I looked at my finances, once I looked and saw, okay, here's what I've got money coming in. This is what I'm coming out. This is what I can expect to be saving at the end of the month. I realized that the situation wasn't as dire and wasn't as much of an emergency as I'd initially thought. But I almost let that fear of the unknown and that idea that this is just how it is and there's no way around it, I almost let that prevent me from feeling like I didn't have a direction. So, and I think that can be applied across the board, to business owners, to whether you're just, a support staff or an employee somewhere else, whatever the case is. Figure out what your options are. See what else is out there. You're not doing anyone a disservice but yourself by not having a full picture of what options are available to you. If you're feeling overwhelmed, like a good example is if you're feeling super overwhelmed, like you have way too much work to do, as a solo or, as a business owner, you don't necessarily have to go out and hire a $50,000 position full-time for your firm. There are vendors out there you can delegate stuff to. There are virtual assistants who you can work with, and all of them can do just as good, if not better, than you training an in-house staff person. So think about your options. There are so many things out there. And even if you don't know what direction you're going, reach out to people who have been in your shoes. Reach out to anyone, even if it's just, hey, I don't even know if you're the right person to talk to. Here's what I'm facing right now. What do you have any direction for me? And worst case scenario, they can be like, no, I can't really help you here, but I know someone who can. And now it just takes a little bit at a time. So don't let the fear of the unknown hold you back from achieving a lot of the goals and objectives that you had set for yourself. I think a lot of times when we feel that pinch, we feel that stress, we're kind of at a breaking point, at a point where the bubble's about to burst and we're about to get into a bigger bubble. And look, if that's you right now, it seems like it's kind of that way for a lot of people right now. Just educate yourself, do a little bit of research, find out what your options are. You're going to be surprised. I have never not been disappointed when I do a little research and I educate myself and I realize, okay, not only are other people going through this too, but I have a lot of different directions I can go. And that's where it gets fun, because now you have a lot of different paths you can take. You can kind of choose your own adventure. And that's where things get fun again. So that's it. Short little inspirational reminder, I guess. Hope that's helpful. Any questions you have about marketing, business development, we're here for you. Send us an email, but continue to give us that feedback. We really enjoy hearing it. That's going to do it for us this week. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.